One. Hey, Jenna, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, Al. How are you?
Good, good. How was your week?
For the week, this week, it's going. Typically busy again at work, but that's good. I mean,
Good, good. How's that project going?
which one? I have so many.
Welcome to corporate America.
Oh yeah, all those corporate projects. Yeah, they're cooperating along.
Right, right.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, they're going well.
Good.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So DJI is at it again. Man, they're on a roll, aren't
They've
they?
done it again.
They are on a roll. I
Isn't there a
mean,
song?
they
It's
got,
like what Britney Spears? Oops, I've done it again.
yeah, they have so many good products out there. I mean, from the handheld stabilizers to the built-in stabilized handheld devices to the prosumer kind of drones. And now, with
Yeah.
Nevada, you're getting into the whoops
Yeah. Oops, I
market.
did it again. Yeah. Whoops, I did it again.
Whoop, we did it again. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, right? And yeah, it's amazing the R&D cycle they're in, man. They are just got a killer R&D cycle for
They
sure.
do it well. It's a killer product line. I mean, honestly, it's a product line that feeds R&D and then R&D new products, and it's like a little tornado, right? You kind of spin down at the bottom, small at the
Yeah,
start, big funnel
yeah,
up top.
yeah, it's definitely feeding itself too. It seems like, so it's definitely it's got a perfect algorithm going on. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Well, this week we had the release of the Mavic 3 Classic. We call it the 3 Classic, I guess will be the easiest way to say it.
Yep.
Um, Man, and it's a $450 reduction from the Mavic 3. And they're just taking away that other camera that was built in for Zoom. So it looks like they're coming down in the price that most people expect it to be in under $2,000 for a product like that. So I think they're finally got the message that people are not going to jump that high up. But
It's more than just a casual purchase when you start to tickle over $2,000, and 1,500 is nothing to sneeze at either.
yeah,
So, I mean, it's a commitment, especially, if you've got, the previous, the 2 Pro. Is it enough to make you
agreed.
upgrade?
Hmm.
Depends
Yep,
on what you're
yep,
using and doing.
yeah. Hey, Susan, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you dropping by. Um, yeah, I mean, let's look at some of the specs. But before we do, we have a special guest. I know that you think this gentleman is very cool. You want to
He
introduce
is
this
so
cool
cool.
gentleman?
He
Yeah, he
is so
is.
cool.
I know. He
He's
is.
he's cool and nice. He's got the
Yeah.
CNN vibe going on.
Well, let me let you introduce him, and I'll bring him in.
All right, we have as a special guest tonight, and thank you so much for being here, Harley FPV. So, welcome in, Greg.
We caught you, man, just like the waitress catches you, man.
Yeah, right. We all.
How you doing? How you doing?
Hey, Greg, thanks for joining, man. It's a pleasure to have you, man.
Absolutely.
What's been happening in Colorado for you, Greg?
Uh, well, one thing, my car got stolen.
Oh crap!
Did you get it back? That's more important. Or does it?
I got it back, but they done started painting on it and
That
just got
stinks.
rid of. Just got another one.
So,
That's it.
how did that whole process go? What happened? I mean, you went somewhere or you at home?
I was home. I was at work. Um, had
Oh,
took my
you had driven your bike to work.
yeah, and I
Okay.
come home at 5 o'clock and I changed up the car. And when I came home at 5 o'clock in the morning, on a little break,
Ugh.
looking for my car, gone.
It was gone. So
And they
at
found
that
it
point,
about 30 miles, 35 miles away.
Oh man, that that's not cool at all.
Uh-huh.
And so
I
you
felt
did.
violated when they brought it back, man. Yeah, they had already done. It was just nothing. But I like the car I got now.
What did you what kind of car got stolen first of all?
Uh, Grand Prix.
Okay,
Grand Prix GT
the Chevrolet product line, right?
Pontiac.
Or Pontiac, yeah.
So I
Chevrolet.
had a friend that had a Jeep Grand Cherokee for sale. So I bought that for $1,000.
Oh,
Tires and got it aligned and been rolling ever since.
good. That kind of matches your environment there in Colorado, right?
Yeah. Yep. Something that I need to get me off the road. Get me a little video.
Nice.
Well, silver lining occurred. I guess you got a Jeep, so now you got a Harley and a Jeep.
I've been wanting a Jeep, man. But people were saying they didn't have enough power. Well, this is an old Jeep anyway. It's a 2003. But it's nice.
Oh,
2003.
good.
I'm thinking hot rod because it's a 2-wheel drive.
Oh, okay. So it was a 2-wheel drive. Gotcha.
But it's high off the ground. I might end up, because I like it so much, I might buy another one, man, and get me a 4-wheel drive one.
Oh, good. I mean, when you think Harley Davidson, what do you think, man? It's an American motorcycle, right? Right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, the muscle. Yeah, the muscle of motorcycles.
Yeah. It's kind of like, the epitome of a road bike, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you think Jeep, what do you think? American
Yeah.
four-wheeler, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's an American icon 4-wheeler off-road vehicle. I mean, it's got its roots where, like in the Second World War or something.
Yeah,
like that?
World War II, and that's where all the GIs wanted one of those when they got home because they probably saved their asses so many times, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. That and MASH, right? Because the guy's driving the Jeep running.
Him, Mash, and Klinger, and what was Radar.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's jump right back into our topics for tonight. We were talking about, we're going to be talking FPV here in a little bit, but mostly the big announcement we had was the Mavic 3 Classic. And so the question is, I'm just going to post to the panel, are you guys going to purchase the 3 Classic? Jenna?
I am not. I need to watch the budget a little bit, number one. Number two, I don't think, for what I do or maybe don't do, there's probably a better word. I wouldn't have need to upgrade from the 2 Pro. And I say it like that because what I don't do is, it's like I'm not out taking pictures and video like every day, every weekend, that sort of thing. One. And two, I've got the 2S, the Air 2S, which still is, it's a fairly good drone. Spec wise, it's, it's got comparable or, 4K video, 5.4 or 7.4 on the Air 2S even.
Right.
So, I know the 3 Classic has got better video even, in the camera and whatnot, but long and short of it, the answer is no.
Got it.
Hey,
I totally get your rationing.
How do I comment that?
Yeah, DeMarco just joined, and also John from Flying Flynn Media, and of course, DeMarco's is FSU grad in '03. Dang, dude, you're getting old. Anyway, Greg, are you going to get the 3 Classic?
No.
You care to expand on that?
I'm going to wait, man. Like, when did they come out with a drone every 6 months, man? As soon as this thing come out, something's going to leak, and then they coming out with another one. I like after the beginning of the year. Oh man.
Yeah, there's even talk now of what the Air 2.3 or something, the Air 2.3S or something.
Last
Version
DJI
3?
drone I bought was the DJI Mini. As soon as I bought that, that's when they came out with the 2 or the SE or something. As soon as I got it, man, they came out with another.
Oh,
I was
crap.
like, and then they've been coming out with them no, that hurt my feelings. I thought I was doing something with the Mini, man, and then bam, next thing you know, S, what it was, it, Mini 2 or no, Mini SE.
Yeah. You remember it had a better transmission
Yeah,
system. It was no longer a Wi-Fi system. It ran back into Ocusync. What Ocusync was that too? I guess, huh?
hey, I
Uh,
had bought the Mini with the Fly More combo, man. I got the I just spent like 700, and then 2 months later, a brand new one come out. And I could have waited.
yeah. Hindsight is 2020, right?
Yep, always is.
Yeah. So it looks like Jerry's saying no classic for him. How about you, DeMarco? Are you going to get it? Akirasho, are you guys in the chat going to get that 3 classic? It's $450 cheaper than the 3. And so let's take a look at the specs and kind of do. I know, Jenna, you're mentioning you have your Air 2S and you have your 2 Pro. And then, so let's take a look at those comparisons because, DJI has done a pretty decent job doing a comparison chart for us. So I'll go ahead and share that with you guys so we can see and talk about it together. So I'll share my screen, and here it is. And you can see here the price points. I've shared my screen, and here it is. Was that me? Did the feedback? I don't
No,
think.
that was me because I was trying to figure out how to chat back into the chat.
Oh, okay.
I
Gotcha.
figured it out.
Yeah, it's
Um,
interesting. See, they don't have the little buy now under the Mavic 2.
Right. No longer in production.
Yeah.
Right. But the price point back then was $1,200, right? Jenna, was it about
I think
12?
at least. Yeah.
It was.
It wasn't cheap.
No, it was a $1,500 drone back then. So the 3 Classic is staying within that framework, or at least of $1,500, right? Uh, it's better than the 3. The Mavic 3 is like what, 2050. So it's a pretty pricey little sucker, and that does not include the really really nice controller. So if you look at the camera comparison of the 2 Pro, is a 1-inch CMOS sensor, and now we have 1 1/3 inch, 1 1/3 of an inch, 1.3333 inches in that sensor. And again, it has the Hasselblad camera compared to Jenna's favorite one to travel with is the Air 2S, which only has a 1-inch sensor and does not have the Hasselblad camera. And then anything jump out at you on the cameras here, Jenna or Greg, that you want to discuss?
How come they just don't give you a big camera from the get go instead of every 6 months give you a couple of little
The evolution of technology.
every 6 months?
And it's such a tightrope for those people to walk in the development marketing, right? Because
Yeah.
if you release a product that eats away at a successful product line, it kind of takes some of the business away from yourself in a sense, right? And so they're always trying to niche it within that, $500, $600 frame, one drone, and $600 to $900 frame, another drone. But now those boundaries have just they're just kind of stepping on each other a lot to some degree, right? But it still has its own niche because this new release here. The Classic is here on the far left, which is brand new here. All right. Um, I mean, there's so many things in this camera that looks so good. 4K 120 frames a second. So one note that they've made here is when you shoot at 120 frames a second, your playback is always in slow mo. Unlike when you shoot in 60 frames a second. When you view that video, it's regular video. You can just slow it down. But when you shoot in 120, it's slow mo. Yeah.
Say that, but if you actually go to the specs, I think it'll actually shoot. That's 120, but I think it'll actually shoot
240?
in 1080. In 1080, it'll shoot what, 240?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, and we'll get to that section next. So
Yeah.
yeah, but here's the comparisons. I mean, from the Air 2S, it doubles the frame rate in 4K, and it gives you in 5K everything's comparable. It looks like, you know, except for in 5K you get 50 frames a second. That's kind of an oddball number, isn't it? It's kind of like 24.5 frames a second.
Yeah, it is.
Division. So I guess that's what they're going for as far as that goes.
I think if they're going to do 5K, they should, they should do it like they do with the cameras now, where they're giving you, 4K oversampled from blah blah blah, 6K,
Right.
8K, or something like that. So, because the new Canon R6 Mark II came out this week too, which is a pseudo big deal.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Canon cameras.
Yeah, the
and
V2 came
that's
out.
4K oversampled 5.7K, I think.
Yeah, I can't wait to jump into the camera specs here. We'll take a look at that. But here's our flight time, guys. 46 minutes versus 31 minutes. So that's huge jump. That's like a 50% jump.
It's a
That's
long
amazing.
time.
Yeah, that's a freaking long time to pay attention.
Yeah.
When I don't know. You imagine flying FPV for 46 minutes? Hard, great.
No.
My fingers would be shaking,
No.
right, Jenna? You
But
imagine that?
you bring up a good question though, right? I mean, when are they going to merge these, like the 3C? I mean, wouldn't it be great that it was compatible with the new goggles?
It would be amazing because you know how much of a pain in the ass to try to fly on a sunny day. It really is with those
That'd be
controller
awesome.
controllers.
Okay,
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
You need your spotter, fine. Get a spotter or go someplace secluded and fly with the goggles. I mean, we all have our face buried in the phone or the whatever anyway.
Then I
Right.
will buy another DJI drone.
Aha.
Uh-huh.
I got 2 sets of DJI goggles.
Yeah, no, actually same here. So
The other big differentiating factor is that we're getting, 1K live feedback, but it's at 60 frames a second versus 30 frames a second. So that is a big deal. It is a big deal. All right, let's jump into the camera specs. I think where did they put the camera
Bro, are
specs?
you
it does,
getting
it
it?
does look really pretty though.
Al, are you getting it?
Maybe if I sell a couple. Because I don't want to have like too many. I already have too many. You know what I mean? I really do. Oh, and look, they put the FPV series here. We'll have to get into that too. But let's see if I can find that stupid video. And I think that in the video here, it'll tell us. No, not what I wanted. Sorry. I think this is where I want to be. Camera goes. Oh, come on, please. And camera goes. Here we go. Well, the one thing that we didn't talk about, the difference of the 2S doesn't allow you to change your aperture, but you can change your aperture with with the 3 Classic.
Yeah, it's got. I mean, it maintains it. A camera, if you will. It's not. It's not a flying iPhone.
And it's got 20 megapixels for the pictures, Jenna, and that's a big deal for you. And 12.8 stops, that's another huge one. But our f stops are 2.8 to 11, so it's huge.
If you're up close,
True.
if you're far away, it's not going to make that much difference unless it's sunny out.
Yeah, low light capabilities.
But it does give you more capability for actually using the camera itself. Because that sweet spot, is always around what, 5, 6, 7, 8, that
get you the best dynamic range out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, aperture and stuff like that. And so, you can step it down without necessarily having to increase shutter speed.
So there's 3 things that I noticed that came out that are a big deal. Night shots, the cruise mode, and what was the other one? One more. What was it? I got to think about it here for a second. It'll come to me. So I try to get through this to the bottom to give me the camera specs.
And doesn't it have a 3x zoom anyway, or a 3 times zoom anyway?
I think it's a little, it's a digital zoom on the Classic, yes.
Yeah.
But you know one thing that I noticed, that on the 2S you had better digital zoom than on
it's like
Classic.
It's like 3x or something.
At 1K you can get like 8x. It's crazy on the 2S. And this one is only 3S. I wonder why they decided not to put. I mean, the video is very unusable, but you can still zoom in that far, Now, I think I did a video comparison. How does it look like? The video looks like when you're doing the digital zoom and letting the drone do the digital zoom versus you doing the digital zoom on your post-processing and doing the video comparison and see if that made any difference. Really, no difference, because, the video starts breaking down so quickly after 3x that, it didn't work. So I'm having trouble finding the specs. Here we go. For the camera specs, because if I go to specs, aircraft, Hasselblad.
Camera's there.
There it is, right here. And because in night shots, apparently you can get the ISO all the way to 6400. I think it's higher than that.
Which I was going to say, technically on cameras nowadays,
it's like 64,000. Yeah. I know where you're headed. Yeah, what were you thinking? Let's see, 4K, 1K. Where's 1K? 1K. Video resolutions. Here's 1K. 200 frames a second. And so when they put the asterisk next to the frame rate here, it's basically telling you that it's shooting in
slow-mo.
It's going to be showing slow-mo, right? And your playback is slow-mo. So look, 4K, 120, but we're looking at 200 and 1K. Interesting number.
Yeah.
Again, that 50 frames per second comes into play. They're using that common denominator. So, because you and I were thinking 240 frames a second, right, Jenna?
Yeah, like as a default, but it might be just at that frame rate for video transmission, right? Or is that video?
Yeah. No. That's how it's recorded. Yeah.
So video, maybe it just starts to fall apart.
All right, so I saw something here that maybe you guys could speak to. What is this here? The Apple ProRes 422 bit rate. And you see your megabits per second here.
That's the recording format.
Yeah, so you can shoot in that.
Apple ProRes 422 is like a really good format.
And you notice it's got 3 different bit rates with 3 different qualities. You have the HQ, you got the 422, and then you have the 422 LT. I guess LT is for light. It's the smallest 700, 1700.
Maybe it has something to do with the video size.
Yeah, I would imagine so, right? Because you look at your megabits per second is 1750 versus twice as much for the HQ for the high quality stuff. That's like way up there. 3,773, 72, sorry.
But if you're going to record, right? If you're going to be recording 4K video,
yeah,
go for it, because you're recording 4K video for a reason. You want it to look good.
And in this particular case, you could even shoot in 5K.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you better have a honker of a system to work with, because it's going to hammer it. You know what I mean? You're going to have some horsepower required to play with that many bits. Because, man, it's dumping some bits into that information. And, man, it is sweet. This is a very nice drone.
It's a nice setup. I'll probably save my pennies, and maybe.
Yeah, you have the same problem.
Hey, by the time you save up for that one, there'll be another one out.
Hey, Greg, you are so right. All right, I'm going to stop sharing. Greg, you're absolutely right. I mean, by the time you know. By the time you're ready to buy, they're going to have something else out, right?
By the time they get it shipped. Like,
Yeah, that's it.
You know, and I mean, what's his face on Twitter will come up with a new teaser for the next version of whatever. Lost to Live It, or what's the guy on Twitter? Do you know who I'm talking about?
No, I don't. Give me a clue.
Oh, hang on, I'll find him.
Okay.
People in the chat, I mean, help me out here. Put his name in the chat. He's the guy who's always leaking all the new stuff from OSITALV. I mean, his recent one is
Drone DJ?
Told you now another Mavic in my speculation awaits.
Is it Drone DJ you're talking about, or someone else?
No.
Okay.
Osada LV. I'll put his name here in the chat. OS.
Oh my God, Jenna, I am drawing a blank. I'm sorry.
I don't know who you.
You're welcome to share your screen and show us who it is. So.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Oh.
Flying Finn's got, yeah. So, so if you follow him on Twitter, you'll get actually a lot of good info as to what is coming on, with things coming out of DJI.
Oh, really?
Oh, honestly, yeah. No, I mean, no lie. I mean, he's spot on all the time.
All the time, right? He's got some inside information.
Yep.
That they're probably using them as the leak source.
Yeah, that's how they do it.
And
they control it.
It's so they need something to persuade the users who's still enjoying their old Mavic 2. What about a Mavic 3 without a telescoping lens, and it's under $12.99? All right, so this is back in August. He was saying this.
Yeah. So
okay, or a Mavic 3 or Mavic Air 3 equipped with a 1-inch wide angle something, blah blah blah.
It started elite, and then bam.
He was right on too, right?
Yeah.
You have to run with it on YouTube.
Yep. Or it could be a Mavic 3 or a Mavic Air 3 equipped with a 1-inch wide angle and a 5x telescoping camera.
Yeah, so it is amazing how he's, like you were saying, if he's that spot on there, it's kind of.
Oh, I'll be watching more.
I'm waiting for the Mavic 4.
The Mavic 4, there you go.
I'll get that right before I retire, and then that'll be my drone I'll play with in retirement for a while.
I hear that might be released at Christmas, Jenna.
Yeah, the Mavic 4. I've got to remodel my kitchen so I can sell the house. So
Oh, geez.
I can't.
Yeah, you better save your pennies.
I can't. Yeah, I've got to buy new appliances.
Yeah, that will always hurt you now. I mean, appliances now is like freaking they're on the network. Put them on the network, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
It's crazy. All right, so there it is. I'm sure there's a lot more to be found out about this product, and everybody's going to be reviewing the hell out of it, I'm sure. Unfortunately, none of us is going to be one of them, but that's okay. Let's talk about the FPV stuff. Greg, I know you've been FPVing. What have you been flying lately?
My computer came unplugged. My laptop came unplugged.
Okay. Jenna, you've been flying your Avata?
Yep, I've been flying a little Avata. Flew it over the weekend again. Manual mode. I need to get used to this or fly it, kind of compare it to my, the Gepard C25. Because I like that drone. I like the way that handles. I don't know. Maybe I got to tighten up the rates on this a little bit or something. Maybe I don't know. That's
true.
It's something. I need to compare the two and maybe play a little bit with it. But then again, it's a little bit heavier than the other one. And the other one is a Whoop too. So they are comparable So, I shouldn't be complaining that it's not as nimble if I want it to be. If that's what I want, then I need to get my ass in gear and get the build sorted out and get it bound to the other controller.
True. It's a good idea to do that.
Yes,
Sure.
it might be a little bit more of a winterish project, but which is okay. It's fine. It's beautiful out now, and I just want to get as much airtime on what I have up and awake as I can.
So
All right.
what do you,
You asked me?
Greg? Are you back? Are you thinking about the Avata?
No.
Okay. Care to expand?
It's a fun little drone, especially with the camera that got on it and its transmission and stuff. Holy crap!
Yeah.
I still got stuff on my wall. Man. That's what happens when you get addicted to the FPV. You know?
Yeah. I know.
I got a project that I got to finish. My center lift. Finish that.
Oh my gosh, you sound like me and Jenna. Or Jenna and me. Jenna's got a few projects. I got a few projects. Oh my gosh, yeah, we got to get them done. And you're right. I mean, it's always hard to justify spending more money if you already have projects in the queue that you haven't finished. Because I'm sure when Jenna got her Avata, that's all she wants to fly now. Am I wrong, Jenna?
Well, as I could say, oh my God, it's my favorite new drone. So wait a minute, isn't it? It's my new drone, so it's the only new drone. So, but yeah, it's just like it's new and shiny. Well, now it's not so shiny because it's got a lot of grass stains on it, but it's still new. And
Hey,
want to get better
Jenna.
at flying it.
Did they put side protectors on the flight controller so no leaves and stuff yeah. Let me see if I can put you on the big screen here so I can see. The flight controller is hidden way back on the side, right? Lift it up a little bit so you can see it. Yeah.
That's a nice looking drone, though.
Oh man, it is. And I'm looking real hard right there. So yeah, I mean, look at that, Greg. They protect the flight controllers pretty well too.
Look at that. How big? How big is it? Like,
Well, that's my hand. I mean, it's not, and I have small hands, so.
Yeah,
all right.
it's a 3.5 inch whoop. So, you know what? I'll tell you, that Baby Hawk 2 from Emax kind of set the standard for everybody. You know what I mean? They put that 3.5 inch Baby Hawk out. Everybody wanted to.
Hey, I got two of
I know, I do too. I love
them.
it. I do too.
I got one that needs some repairs, and the other one's ready to go.
That sounds like me.
Gotta have a backup.
I'm waiting for my GoPro 10 bones to come back from GoPro because that freaking power button quit working, and it was like brand new.
So
Wow.
I'm having connection issues with my Evo Light. I've been having it since I bought the damn. But I thought it was just the cables, so I bought new cables. And I took it to Mississippi on my last trip. And it sounds like when I power it on, like the drone itself is connecting to the RC, but the RC is not connecting to my phone. I tried it with both phones, and I'm gonna try it again with my tablet. But it should, when you plug your phone into the controller, it should just automatically pull up the app. And it don't.
Oh, which drone are we talking about, Greg?
My Evo Light Plus.
Oh shoot, yeah, it sounds like a bad cable.
Nah, but these are brand new cables I just bought.
Dang it!
Because
Think
when
it's
I bought it, I just used the cable that came with it, and I took it up, and I got up like about 100 and something, 190, and it was like RC disconnected. I was like,
So, what the heck?
it
Yeah.
was stuck in the air for a while. So when I got it down, hey, it almost tore it up trying to get it down.
Oh
But,
no.
yeah. So I bought new cables, and then that was cool for a second, and then it did a RC disconnect on me, but it wasn't like the first time. So I brought it down, and that's why I really been flying it. If I took it to Mississippi, shit, now it won't even connect to my damn app, to my phone.
Huh.
I'm thinking it's the controller itself. I don't know. I'm gonna see about returning it, getting it fixed. Because I ain't flew my Evo 2 in a while, man. I took it out the backpack and turned it on. Boop, 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 everything.
Yeah, I've had numerous issues with the Hudson product lines with cables, and then one of them ended up being my controller being bad on the port was bad,
That's what I'm thinking.
and I actually took the RC apart and resoldered the connector
Yeah.
and it worked. And I was like, it's already broken, so I can't really break it anymore. So I took it apart and put some solder on it, and it freaking worked. And I was like, this cable is never coming out of this thing. I'm leaving it there, and I'm charging it through that port all the time. One of the things that's really interesting, I was looking at the specs here. The Mini 3 has f1.7 versus the 3 Classic. The F is 2.8. What?
It's a smaller camera.
Yeah, and so but it's got a smaller f-stop too. So
Which isn't always a good thing.
very good thing for low light. So that's why everybody's been
Yeah.
getting such good shots out of that that little guy, right? I mean, he's so little, and yeah. So check it out right here. This is the Mini 3 right here, and here's the aperture, and here's a comparison. Obviously, it's not adjustable, but given the right circumstances, it drops all the way to f1.7 in the evenings, right? The night shots.
Yeah, what's the sensor? Because if it's smaller sensor, you might have more noise. Actually, might come out of it. So
True. Try to let in as much light as possible, right?
yeah.
So you don't have ants in the pants. All right. Let's see. Let's stop sharing that. Any of y'all have any new video you want to share?
Last time, last flight, like that, my first long range flight. Right after
Oh
that,
yeah.
that's when my car got stolen. So I ain't really been.
Oh yeah. Is that the flight you sent me on Messenger from YouTube channel?
Yeah,
All right. I'll pull it up. Give me a second. So give us some context on that, Greg.
oh, that's where they have the place where we went is where they've been having the Colorado drone meetup. It's a camping spot. But you can bring whatever, man. Bring your planes, your dirt bikes, your guns, camp out and fly.
Let me.
And that cabin, it's a cabin out there. And from where the campsite is, it's supposed to be almost a mile and a half out.
Uh huh. Oh, you sent me that via text, not Messenger, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, send it to myself. I should just be able to go to your channel and get it.
Hey, but that flight, right? I cut it way down. It was like once I got back and I curved up the mountain, man, I still flew for like 5 minutes. There was a little mountain surfing. That was fun. I was tired of, you know.
I know FPV flying will get you. All right, I'm going to share my screen, and you're going to tell me which one to pick. And this one right here, right? The month
Yep,
ago?
yep.
This?
No,
No?
after that flight, yeah, that's it.
That's what I thought.
And I did a little chasing. I had more videos I was gonna post, but with my car getting stolen and all this stuff I went through, man, I didn't want to. I'm just snapping out of that
So, what receiver do you have in this one?
crossfire.
Which one?
Crossfire.
Crossfire?
Yeah. I even flew back out to that spot right here when I came back on a 3300 amp battery. Hey, but they got land out there that's still.
Look at that.
Hey, that's a nice place to come if you want to do some long range.
That's cool. Look at that.
That is some long range territory right there,
That'd be
Jenna.
fun.
Renee, just let it rip, right?
Yeah.
You better memorize your terrain to get back, you know.
Watch, I got lost coming.
There's no return home on this flight, you know. You got to find your own home.
But I was thinking that the
Wow.
road down to the right, and I could really, next time I go up there, I'm going to see how really far I can go. Just follow the road.
You guys are seeing this in the chat. This is really, really nice.
See, when I got
So,
tucked around,
and this way you're trying to figure out how to get back? Well, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, because once you run out of batteries on these guys, they just drop. Or you run
Yeah.
it didn't take me that long to get out there, man.
I know. These things haul ass.
It didn't take me that long out there.
Very cool, Greg. That's what John Flynn said, man. Yeah, it is very cool, man.
It is very cool.
Oh, if we ever have a Colorado meetup, man, I'm going to be out here at Hartsville. Hey, but like down the road, at hotels.
Oh, it's got one of those containers there for storage.
Yeah, that's
Shipping containers.
now. I'm looking for where I'm at.
Wow, look at that. That is just beautiful. And this is obviously you recording. This is your goggle recording.
Yeah, I might have to adjust that camera up. I don't
I
like.
mean,
I haven't. For this one, I haven't got my. I need another little piece for my mount to place. I'm gonna probably use my. I want to
did
use
you
my Hero 10.
did you just ride your Harley out here and then just flew from your Harley?
Nah, got too much shit now, man. I
Get a little,
got too many backpacks there now,
you
man.
have to get a little trailer.
Yep.
Be
That's what
like
we need.
Max Air 420, man,
Yeah. Hey, that's what we need.
for your motorcycle.
I'm gonna run
Vroom.
with a friend.
You know, buzz in the group.
Hey, I did a little mountain surfing up through there, coming back through the trees.
Wow.
Did you end up shooting some of these gaps? There you go, guys.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool, Greg. Appreciate you sharing. Very nice, man. Oh, your new logo came out great, by the way.
I got new logo.
All right, Jenna, you got anything you want to share?
Nothing new. That yeah, you saw the stuff from last week from the bridge. Last week's flight was just for grins and giggles.
Right.
That was just out there playing. Where is that? I don't know if you want to bring up something in the meantime. It might take me a minute just to find.
Okay, I will continue talking.
Yeah.
So, Greg, you obviously have a lot of projects in the works. You got in. Hey, did you finish your octocopter?
No,
Did you get that to flying? Did you get it?
I got it. No, I got the motors and everything found out. I got to do the ESC, and I got 8 of them.
Yeah.
I want to trace around. I've been thinking about it. It's just sitting on there collecting stuff. That's my major project. That's the only really project I got, other than repairing some things.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a nice project, though, for
I'm
sure.
saving it for when it's about to hit. When it starts snowing, when it's nice and sunny outside, all I want to do is be outside.
I know.
I don't want to be inside working on nothing.
Hey, do you snowboard?
I used to till I hurt my shoulder.
Yeah, man, I definitely like snowboarding.
I want to go back to that mountain though. I haven't been since my accident. But yeah, I like it. I like being out there. I like being outdoors.
Oh, I found something that might be interesting to you, Jenna. Yeah, I definitely did. Okay, I'll share this, and then whenever you're ready, just put it in the queue, and I'll accept it. Oh, share screen. We'll do this one. You might recognize this place. DJI FPV. I'm flying to this lake way back here. I wonder what the name of that lake in New York is, Jenna.
Now, what you got on top of that?
That would be Lake George, perhaps.
Yeah, you got it.
What cameras you got? What you got on top of that? The Hero?
I did not use a camera at all on this. I just got the feed right from the camera on the DJI FPV. And if you're, getting down on the stick, it pitches pretty well so that you don't see the props. You barely see the props in the corners, lower quadrants.
I'm looking at all the trees, and how would you go find it?
Yeah. But you can see, all I wanted to do is see how far down the lake this guy.
That's FPV, the DJI.
Yeah, that's right. The DJI FPV, the POS.
Hey,
And
check it out. That lake in
yeah,
Worry.
and after I doing this flight, I noticed there was a bunch of new locations to pick out to go fly at. But down here, this is where the hotels are, Jenna, right here. And here, you can see the
Yep.
pools. But
They are going to be having their ice
yeah,
castle sculpture again this year, so might actually go up to that.
that's probably a good idea. But on this left side here is where, if you stay in one of these hotels, you can just walk to all the little shops. You don't have to worry about. But look at the size of the ships down here, guys. They're huge. They're like ocean floating ships.
Yeah, cruising on Lake George is big business.
Yeah, right? And yeah, you can see this is a really great location. You can see the size of the ships here. Look at them all. And then they have this beach here. It's pretty cool. I bet you it's a lot of fun during the summertime. But anyway, that was the flight. And I'll stop sharing. And I'll stop that.
Well, how many DJI drones you got, Al?
Me, let's take Air 2S, Air 2, Mini 2, FPV, that's 4, Mavic 2, and Phantom 4 V2. So I am looking at 7.
Huh?
Significant amount, right?
About to be 8.
Yeah, I'm going to have to sell some. I think I'll sell the 2, Air 2, and the Mavic 2. Oh, I'm not saying this on my Mavic 2 Pro. I'll probably sell the Phantom first, I think, because the 2 Pro is just so easy to pack and go. Jenna, I mean, if you had a choice between the Phantom 4 and the Mavic 2, which one would you keep?
I would, hands down, I would keep the 2 Pro. Just because, the tech in it's a little bit newer, and it's just easier to pack.
I know, and the batteries, everything's smaller, and the payload, and camera. The only thing you don't get is the 4K 60.
With the 2 Pro?
No, yeah, and the 2 Pro, yeah, 4K 60 you don't get. You get 4K 30. That's it.
Okay, I guess I didn't realize.
Yeah,
I didn't get the 2 Pro.
Yeah, isn't it? I know. And everybody has always been complaining about that.
I mean, even the Phantom had 4K 60.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The Phantom has the 4K 60, but the 2 Pro does not.
Huh. Okay.
I'll verify it just to make sure I'm not losing my mind.
Yeah, I was looking for video, but I guess I didn't. I guess I put it on my other hard drive to keep space clear on my computer.
Oh, I do that all the time. I have too many hard drives.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, I got 3 videos that I want to be working on now anyway.
Right. All that.
So, yeah, in the queue is, I just wanted to put something quick together with Tammy Jean's visit.
And that's always good when you meet up because that forces you to get something out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I want to do that. Then I want to get the video from the viaduct done, and then last week, and again, God, I thought it was on this drive. I just flew some pictures, some video around the old IBM Country Club before it gets torn down.
I tell you what, IBM had such a huge influence in that part of New York for so long, right? I mean,
yeah, my other hard drive too. Oh well.
Oh, I can't believe we're almost to the end of the show. Now, Jenna, do you have any of the handheld stabilizers from DJI?
Yeah, I do.
I got
I
the
got a
Ronin, like the Ronin, like one of the Ronins.
Oh, you do. You got the Ronin SC,
That's the one I got, Stacy.
It was a big one that came out, the one that you could use as a weapon.
the
Yeah.
$300 one or the $500 one?
Probably the $500 one.
Okay, nice.
It's the big heavy one.
Yeah, that thing will build some muscles on you, won't it?
I mean, it's several years old. I mean, I've only used it like a couple times. I like it. I think it's cool. I wish I had more of a reason to use it. Of course, if I did, and if I was using it, I probably would get one of the newer ones that's a lot smaller and has more functionality, and it's easier to use, easier to balance. The arms lock on it, all that other good stuff. Whereas this one, comparatively, is a pain in the ass.
The SC,
Yeah, the balancing. You were saying, Greg? I'm sorry.
I got the SC. It's got all the locking parts, where it
Yeah.
locks up for the-
Yeah. Whereas the original one, that like it doesn't.
Right, it did not. And Greg, you also have the Pocket, right, or the Pocket 2?
No,
Okay, I think that was Lee that had the Pocket 2.
yeah, the 360 Go.
That's a nice camera.
Oh, and I got a Hero too. I got that with some of my stuff. Oh no, where I got it. I think I ordered it off like Facebook, one of them things, and I got
Right.
two of them, and I ended up with a Hero 2-in-1, and then I put a copycat of one in another package.
Got it. Well, here we are at the end of the show. Geez, time flies when you're having fun. So, Mr. Ray Kelly joined. Thanks for dropping by, Ray. Appreciate it, Captain. Akirasho is here. JSK Enterprises joined. Thanks for coming by. AZ Drone Dude is here. And I want to thank you guys for supporting the channel. Appreciate you guys coming by. So we've come. Eric Lipinski is also here. Let's see who else did I miss. I think I've mentioned everybody during the show, at least.
Where else would you want to spend a Thursday night? Come on.
Come on. Football games? No way.
No way. No way. And who's up next but Tammy Jean?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So that's right.
Yeah. All right. Shameless promotion time. Greg, anything you want to promote?
No, not yet.
Okay. Jenna, you're up.
I'll promote. It was Ladies' Night on NB Drones last night, so kind of a retro shout out to him for having Ladies' Night and having some wonderful FPV flyers on there. So yeah, shout out to him, the channel, and all the lovely ladies that were on.
That's a fantastic idea and a fantastic thing to support. Ladies' Night, guys. They get in free. You got to pay.
Every time.
I'm also going to promote women in FPV. So Tamajine and we have the one you like to follow, Jenna. I'll always forget her name. Did you?
And I kind of forget it. She's a young girl in Canada. She's also really well. It's also Kim and in ENG and Deanne and the other one is what's his name?
We can't forget Angie in Texas.
Yep, and I think it's like Alicia FPV or something like that, or Alicia. Oh God, I forget, but she's fun. I mean, she's fun to watch. Young girl up in Canada.
DWE UAVP morning all. And, it is. Guess what part of the world you're at? You're probably in Thailand, maybe. Oh no, not Thailand, but Australia, I think. Sounds like I think. Let us know where you're from, Dewey. All right, guys. So I come to the end of the show. Thanks again for joining us tonight. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys the next Thursday. Hopefully we can get some lady FPV drives. We should try to do that, Jenna, do a ladies' night out.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm just putting her channel name in the chat.
Oh, great. Thanks. Great. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hey, he's from Ireland. Oh.
Alicia FPV. She's fun.
Alicia FPV. Thanks for dropping that name in there. Okay. Sounds good. All right, guys. Say goodbye. We're out of
Yep.
here. Good night, guys.
Bye, everybody. Have a good
Have a
night.
good weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.